Hello, everyone. I don't think anyone's here yet, so I'm going to give it a minute for people to start coming in. So, yeah, just sitting here waiting for 10:15 to pop up. Yep, we have some exciting stuff going on tonight. Yep, just sitting here waiting. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we got. Hey, it's Grace Case. Grace is here. Hey, Grace. We got people coming in now. Yay! I'm a little early. I started early tonight. Y'all don't, seriously, do not. And Juju D's here. Don't get used to this because I am never usually on time. I'm never early either. So, some, I'm a little excited tonight. Okay. First off, I should have been doing this the whole time. So, we're going to start doing this right now. Welcome to the Mouse Files. I am Little Mousey Girl, and this is my opinions. This is for entertainment purpose only. We are just here to have some fun. If we talk about anyone, don't go harass them. So, let's get started with what's going on tonight. I know there's only two people here, but I'm excited. I'm ready to talk about this. Walmart, y'all. Walmart. Oh my goodness. So we talked about it last night. Okay. Um, so they were still looking as of yesterday. They were still looking as of yesterday for the person who had started the fire at the Walmart. Okay. So this afternoon, I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Okay, you know what? We'll wait 5 minutes. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm getting excited. GGB's right. I need to wait. Technically, the stream isn't supposed to be till 10:15. But y'all, oh my goodness, this is crazy. This is so crazy. How is everyone doing tonight? Let me just get my excitement reined in a little. See, I'm doing good. I got stuff pulled up already. I got screens ready to share. I am going for it. Okay, Jujubee's ready now. Her setup was all cuckoo. So, okay. Dun dun dun. Yep, Grace Case, that's the way it is. It's like, oh my gosh. Like what the heck is going on? So everyone saw the pictures yesterday. You know what? I may pull some of just the pictures up too to just go ahead and show those how bad the actual um Meatloaf, what? You want to come down the stream? Come on, kitty. Come on. Come hang out. Um, but yes, I may pull up just the pictures again and show those first to show everyone how bad it was because I mean it was not good, you know. Um, but yeah, let me get some more of this stuff pulled up. Okay, let me rein these. Yeah, see, I told Meatloaf he needs to come on over here. Oh yeah, you should totally have margarita. And Meatloaf should come over here and he should let me put him on the webcam and y'all can just look at his beautiful orange blind face while I'm streaming. But he's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna curl up on a blanket. So um come here, Nari. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Whoa. You almost made it, Nari. Hurry up, girl. The dog could not make it to the top of the couch. Okay. All right. Yes. Let me show the pics real quick for Grace, and then we'll go into the Walmart update because I am really excited to to get on to that because that. was nuts. Okay, hang on. Let me let the little puppy in the room because it's bedtime. She wants to go to sleep. So let's go do that real quick. Okay. There you go. There you go. Good night. See, for once, I'm all ready to go, and everyone else is Meatloaf's howling, dogs scratching. Everyone's like, no, we don't want you to do this yet. Okay, so yes, let me pull up the pictures for Grace first. And, oh, Grace has an orange kitty too. See, our orange kitty should hang out together. Meatloaf, come on. There's not many people. I mean, it's not like you're going to see them, but come on. Yes, I actually said that. That's so wrong. I love my blind kitty. He's so great. Um, but yeah, okay. Let me pull this little screen share up. Let's show Grace Case what was going on yesterday. Um, so um, oh no. Okay, I'm hoping I'm pulling up the right one. So here we go. Okay. So this is the pictures of the fire inside the Walmart. We did conclude yesterday that this is the paper goods aisle, and that is cold brew and coffee and all the discounted. Oh look, the little. I just noticed that's either brownies or cupcakes right there. Betty Crocker's stuff, So that's the discount, aisle right there, the clearance aisle, and that's the paper goods. And there's the big fire that got set. And yeah, that's pretty pretty crazy fire there. But yeah, I was like, wow. And and it gets worse. That's the hole in the ceiling right there. It actually burned a hole in the ceiling, made it big. Yeah, and don't buy mission chips. We have concluded that do not get the mission chips. The bags don't melt, the chips don't burn. There's something going on there. And yes, exactly, Grace Case, don't sacrifice the cold brew. No, my heart hurt because I know it all got burned up. I could have bought that. I would have used that. And it gets even worse when we find out who did it. And this is them putting the fire out with the big ladder, ladder truck and shooting the water on the roof because at this point it had burned through the roof. And I think is this the last picture I've got? Oh no, there's another one, another angle of the fire trucks and them, um, you know, putting the fire out. So that's where we were at yesterday with the fire. Um, and then today I was like, okay, um, did the firemen put the hole in the roof to vent the fire and attack it? You know what? They might have done that because I know 3 officers had smoke inhalation because of plastic and paper goods. The fumes were very noxious and they got hospitalized for the night. So no one was injured, but there was smoke inhalation from them trying to get them out. So it was probably the easiest way was to, like you said, put the hole in the roof and attack it that way. And then the sprinkler system apparently did go off, but it wouldn't have gone off in the whole store. That's what they're saying. It was targeted to the area where the fire was. Um, and yes, let me go ahead and close out this window so I don't share it again. If we need to go back and look at that, I can pull it back up. But so today I get a news alert on my phone and I look at it and I wasn't going to stream tonight. I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just wait. Maybe I'll do a stream over the weekend. But I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I got I got to talk about this. They caught who did it. They did. They caught who did it, and they have arrested them. So let's see what the news had to say about that. Okay, this is from 11 Alive News, and this is what they had to say. 14-year-old girl arrested. Peachtree City Walmart fire. And we have the body cam footage from the police officer. This is like the whole little they did not release her name because she is a minor. She is 14 years old. Um, I guess we'll get more of the story as it comes out and why she did it. My guess is it was probably a TikTok challenge, like they said. Um, but I'm gonna play this little clip. I do have the volume off. Okay, and this is where the story starts. Okay, we're gonna have to watch an ad. Sorry. We'll just let this ad play through, and we'll watch this little. Yeah, 14-year-old girl started this fire. First degree arson charges. Can you believe it? I was floored. I did not expect it to be a 14-year-old girl. So, okay, now that's gone by. This is the footage from the newscast of them still trying to put it out, and the picture of that we've seen in the store. They were trying to put that fire out until 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning. 3 people injured from smoke inhalation. No customers, no employees were hurt. This is the body cam footage of them running in to make sure there's no one in there. You can see how heavy the smoke is. It's dark in the store. You can't see anything. But yeah, that's what was going on. And with that, and oh, you know what? Let me replay that, and I will scroll it up a little. Is that better? Let's see if that's a better view. I need to figure out how to full frame this. If I can. Okay, let me see if I can full frame this. Full screen mode. There we go. Haha, look what I figured out. Okay, so we're going to have to watch the ad again. But this is from the 11 Alive News. And like I said, that's the fire truck and the fire and them trying to put this fire out. And everything that's going on. The amount of damage done, and it's going to be a lot. I mean, she did a lot of damage. But yeah, like I said, that's the cops running through. And you can see how much thick black smoke is already at the top of the building. And that's smoke. All of that is smoke. And there's the chips that did not, that it just made it through the fire. They were the only one that made it through this fire. But yeah, Grace Case, can you believe this? It was a 14-year-old little girl. Oh, I'm going to stop this video now because we don't want to watch the rest of the news broadcast here. Let me go back and we'll read the story on it. But yeah, apparently she was arrested today. Let me stop this screen and pull up the news story article on it. But yeah, I was floored. I was like, oh my goodness, if this was one of my kids, I would be, oh my goodness. See, yes, this is what I want to know, Juju. Where were her parents? Did she get there? And see, here's the thing. Okay, here's what a lot of people don't know about Peachtree City. Peachtree City, Georgia, gets called the bubble, and there is a reason for this. In the city of Peachtree City, okay, it is it's a very close community, and they have not only do they have like bike paths, they have go-kart paths. And you can drive a go-kart without a license. It does have to be registered, and it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you can drive that go-kart, you can drive it on the go-kart paths. Just the vehicle, and the vehicle has to be plated and insured, because that's Georgia law. So a lot of kids in these communities will drive around and go places on these go-karts, and they can go anywhere. And it's kind of crazy that, you have this going on, but that's how Peachtree City is. And when you go into it, you're like going on a you're going into like a whole literal other world. I'll have to get camera footage of it one day. um and Grace Case is saying, I wonder how they caught her. I firmly believe, because of that area, and I know how they are. They have cameras everywhere, inside that store, outside that store, on the streets. You can't um, you can't go anywhere. And they're not go karts; they're golf carts, like you would use, when you go play game of golf. So they just park them at home, and they have their own little roads for them all throughout the city. So you can go anywhere. You can drive up to the Taco Bell, and there's a little go-kart path that pulls right up into the parking lot, and you go around, and then you get back on that little cart, and you go back down that road, and you go home. They have them going to the Walmart, to the PetSmart, to the grocery stores, to the schools. I mean, you want to talk about a city with money? You're talking about Peachtree City. And if you're an outsider there, they don't want you to get involved in their politics and, um, anything like that. I mean, you're an outsider. You can come spend your money there, but, you know, oh, and my sister, like I said, she used to be a 911 dispatcher. She used to dispatch for Fayette County. And I mean, and I have heard this from other dispatchers as well, but they would get calls from people just because one of their neighbors was walking down the street and they might not know them. They'd call the police. So that community is a lot. It's like Stepfordville, in my opinion. It's like it's not somewhere I would be happy living. Like I couldn't. It's too much. They're just no. Great place to go shopping. That's about as far as I want to go. Um, but yeah, Peachtree City is a whole other little world. Hey, Shug, thanks for coming. Even if it is just to pop in and say hello, I appreciate it. Thank you. So, Peachtree City, like I said, it's its own little place. But now let's read what they had to say about it. It's not a lot because obviously, you know, she's a 14-year-old minor, getting charged with first-degree arson. I believe that is a felony. Um, and it's she's probably going to get charged as an adult too, which is really not going to be good for her at all. I am hoping she is from Peachtree City. Maybe her parents can get her a good attorney. Maybe they can get some of these charges bumped down. Because at 14 and a felony, that's going to be a lot. I mean, she did the wrong thing. Absolutely. But she obviously didn't. I don't think she knew it was going to get this. I don't think she knew it was going to be this bad. I thought maybe she thought someone was going to run in with some fire extinguishers, be able to put it out. Maybe didn't know how bad it was going to be. But I guess until they go to court about it, or we hear something out, or we're not going to find out anything until court. But let's share this one. I think this is the news article. Yes, this is from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. So we are going to share this one now. Um, Oh wait, which one did I share? Okay, yes. 14-year-old girl arrested in connection with Peachtree City Walmart fire. And there's those mission chips again. It's like, hey, look at us. We didn't get hurt. A 14-year-old girl is accused of intentionally setting a fire in the paper good aisles of the Peachtree City Walmart Supercenter last week, police said Wednesday. A spokesperson with PTC Police confirmed to the AJC the 14-year-old girl has been arrested and charged with fire, which forced shoppers and employees to evacuate around 7 p.m. on August 24th, continued burning into the overnight hours. It was eventually put out about 4 a.m. Following day, no serious injuries reported. 3 police officers, smoke inhalation, serious enough that can cause some serious problems. So yeah, 3 people hospitalized, a lot of damage. Do they have any other pictures? I don't think they have other pictures. I did. Okay. Here's one of the fire trucks again. They got a lot of the fire trucks. There's a lot of pictures of the fire trucks. So let's remove that real quick. I bet Mission Chips is ticked about that photo. And yes, we do. We need to get someone on this conspiracy. And Juju, I'm sorry I had to share this one. But yeah, I mean, I really don't think she thought any of that through at all, what she was doing. I really hope. Oh yeah, I hate those gross ads at the bottom of the stories too. It's like, come on, why do you put those there? And sad that was like the best article that I could find about it, because I knew they weren't going to release her name. She's a minor child. Even if they charge her as an adult, they weren't going to release her name. And I can't believe that it happened, that it was someone so young. That's the thing that I would expect, like maybe a 10-year-old to do that, or an 8-year-old. Heck, one of my kids found a book of matches once, and they were playing with them and struck it and dropped it on a pile of dry leaves. Didn't realize how quick leaves could go, and melted like a piece of the covering around the porch, and had to make sure that it got put out, and it was a pain in the butt to fix, but it could have burnt the whole house down, and she realized that, and not anything she ever did again, and I kind of expected it to be like a group of teen boys too, because usually, and I'm not saying it's always the case, but around here it's usually a group of boys that's doing something rowdy. 3 years ago, it was around Christmas time, and a group of kids was riding around with a BB gun, and they would shoot out the back windows of minivans and SUVs, any of the bigger vehicles. My neighbors had their window shot out and then replaced it, and the next night they came back and shot it out again. It's like, come on, really? So it's just, you don't. And I expected, if it was someone, it was going to be a TikToker, and she may have done it for TikTok, and that might be how they caught her too. I don't know, because they're not releasing obviously anything at this point, other than the fact they caught her. But my guess is that they caught her, cameras in the store, or she may have told someone and they called on her. But I would like to look into those mission chips some more, because that's, usually you can take a Dorito and start a campfire with it, But mission ships are like, oh no, 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 no. You will not start campfires with us. But yeah, I was going to talk about some other stuff too tonight. Still waiting, to hear about my surgery. I haven't heard anything about that yet. But I'm going to call again tomorrow. And Juju said, have you seen that show Caught by CCTV? They just track people by CCTV. I've seen that they do that like a lot in the UK and like other countries. And it doesn't surprise me because I know, um, especially in Georgia, like we don't have red light cameras that'll like give you a ticket if you run through the red light anymore. They stopped doing those. Um, but I was rear-ended at a red light because the light was red. I was sitting at a red light and I was rear-ended. And the lady was like, why were you stopped? And I was like, and literally as I point up to the light goes from red to green. I was like, because the light? And she was like, oh. She tried to tell the insurance company that I just stopped for no reason. And I told them, and they were actually able to go get the footage from the traffic light. And it proved I was stopped, and she just ran into me. So I do agree with Grace's case. If she was doing this for TikTok, then they need to be held liable for some of the stuff, some of these challenges where people get hurt. And there's a lady on YouTube. Her name is Anne Reardon. She is from, I believe, either New Zealand or Australia. She has a channel. It's either, I think it's How to Cook That. She has done a lot of videos on how dangerous those hack videos can be, like 5-minute crafts and so on and so forth. And it's crazy how many people get hurt from those. In Japan, a little girl was injured. I don't know how seriously, but the creator had showed how to make one of those little alcohol stoves to be able to pop popcorn out of a can. And the girls were trying to do that. And when they went to refill the stove, they didn't blow it out first. So they caught themselves on fire. And one of the girls was severely injured, and she was held responsible. And hey, Miss Cassandra, it's okay. I'll go ahead and if you wanna scroll through the first, but you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll reshare the screen for you because the mystery of who set the Walmart on fire has been solved. Dun dun dun! It was. Hang on, I gotta pull this up again. Sorry, I got a little too happy there and just closed everything out. Okay, yes. Let's share the screen. Ha ha ha. It was a 14-year-old girl arrested in connection with the Peachtree City Walmart fire. Can you believe that? Like, come on. Like, where were her parents? Where was anyone watching this girl? Like, no. Yes, it was not Billy Bob that started the fire. It should have been Billy Bob, but it was not. Yes, good to see you, Miss Cassandra. I'm glad you're here. Yay. But yeah, there's just so much stuff that's done online that's dangerous that, gets kept up. And people are getting injured. And who's liable for that? It's like if you sit there and you make this video and say, look, if you do this, you can accomplish that. And I go and I try this because I saw this video, and I wouldn't have tried it without seeing the video. I wouldn't have got the idea without the video. And then I get injured. then that's and like I have had to stop my kids so many times because they have almost done some crazy stuff. I still have slime on my ceiling from when they made slime and threw it up there to see how long it would stick. Yep, a 14-year-old girl. That is crazy. I want to know if her parents were with her too, or if it was like a case like I was saying where maybe the family had a golf cart and she just drove up there. Um, but yeah, like you can drive by these homes in Peachtree City, Juju, and I'll get pictures for you sometime, and show them on the channel. But it's like car, golf cart, car, golf cart. It's just like everyone has them. They're all over the place. It's crazy. And true, maybe she did just want to start a fire. But yes, yes, Miss Cassandra, 14 years old. Like, whoa. It's like it's kind of mind blowing. I really thought it was going to be like some 20, 25-year-old guy trying to make some TikTok video, and she might, you know, she might have got the idea from TikTok. I could really, like I said, I really can't wait to see the report on this. I don't know if they'll release it. I'll have to check. But if I can get a hold of the police report on it, I'll redact it because she doesn't need her name shown. She's already gonna have a hard enough time as it is, um, dealing with the repercussions of this because she may be charged, but if they want her to pay for those damages, her parents are gonna have to pay it because I mean she's a 14-year-old kid. You're gonna go make her work at Walmart for the rest of her life. Um, do you think her parents should be charged? This is an interesting conversation. Um, I think she should be charged. She should have to, she should have to do the time for it. Um, but I think if there's monetary damages, um, I think she should have to. I mean, she should have to pay them, but she's 14. How is she going to work a job to pay back that money? Um, so that's just it's like if they were with her, then yeah, they should have to carry some of that blame. And if they weren't there, maybe financially be responsible until she's old enough to pay herself. Um, but and Juju also asked about think the parents in Wisconsin should be charged for what their son did at school. Personally, I think whoever commits the crime should really be the one punished. Um, when it's and when it's like a minor, because I have children that are under the age of 18. Um, but I mean, what exactly do you do when the kid is too young to work? And I personally believe if you know your kid is going to go do something and you don't stop them, I would be just as guilty as my kid that went and did it. If I did not prevent them from doing something that was going to hurt someone, even if they didn't charge me, I would feel guilty because my kid did that. I could have stopped them. I didn't. I've also tried really hard to teach my kids though that when you do something wrong, you have to pay for that. If you break a law, if you commit a crime, you have to own up to that. And I will support them and I will love them. Um, but if they do it, they're they're gonna have to pay for what they've done. It just is what it is. If I broke a law, I would go to jail. So that's how I feel on that whole situation. Um, but yeah, I just and and then it goes like deeper because there are kids that bully other kids, and if their parents know they're bullying these kids and nothing's getting done to stop it, and I fully believe as long as their parents have been made aware that this is going on and their kid isn't stopping, then yeah, at this point, if you can't make your child stop doing something that's injuring someone, again, you should be held liable. Um, and I do have to agree. If the Wisconsin parents knew the kids was going to go off the rails and they didn't do anything, um, you know, it's like you knew your kid had a problem. You keep things that could hurt people away from them. It's crazy because it's like the kids are failed at some point, and someone didn't do something they should have done. So it's I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard topic because I'm sure like the victims are like charge everyone, and I would if I was the victim I would want you know oh wow, Miss Cassandra. My brother was an accessory to his friends damaging an abandoned school because they came to our home. My brother wasn't even by them at the time. That is not cool. That shouldn't have even happened. Like, if they couldn't prove your brother was with them, he shouldn't have been charged. Um, yeah, yeah, like, I really, and that happens too, where people get charged for crimes they didn't commit. And that's kind of crazy. My nephew, years ago, um, he went to go see a movie with his friends, and they were waiting to be picked up after the movie, and the police charged them with loitering because they were waiting for a ride after they saw a movie. They literally had a reason to be waiting there, and they charged them with loitering. And he had to go to court, and he had to pay a fine. And because he couldn't pay the fine, he had to do community service. And it was a pain in the butt for him. It really was, because it's like he wasn't doing anything wrong. He watched a movie, he was waiting for his ride. And it happens a lot where people who aren't really doing stuff get charged for stuff, and then people who are involved literally get away with it. It's like nuts. I have to quit saying it's like whatever. I'm saying that way too much tonight. But it is crazy that our justice system is horribly flawed. It's not fair to everyone. I personally believe that. Those are my personal opinions. I've seen battered wives get prison time because they finally snapped. and hurt the person who was hurting them and have to go to prison for it. I've got a friend who wasn't even home at the time that someone was um, unalived at his apartment. We'll just say that, at his building, not in his building, not in his actual apartment. And the woman was laid outside on an air conditioning unit, and because he didn't have a washer or dryer and was soaking his clothes in the bathtub, he was destroying evidence, and um, that's how they charged him with murder. So yeah, it's nuts. It's really nuts. It's like you had no proof, and then there's people that they know are guilty as whatever, and nothing. Miss Cassandra said, "Yeah, it sucked. He's a good kid, and he was already almost home when his friends came running, and then he didn't even know why. It turned out a helicopter was following them. Yeah, so I get that it looked like he was with them, and still, he shouldn't have been charged. I mean, and it's sad that these were his supposed friends, and they let him take the fall. They didn't say, look, he wasn't with us, and they should have. And then Juju said it's like when the person in the car gets charged when the people they are with go into a building and commit it. Yeah. Again, my sister knew someone like that. They went into a gas station, guy robbed the gas station, and oh, they did, they, I'm sorry, Miss Cassandra. They did. They told the police that he wasn't involved, and they still charged him. That's messed up. That is completely messed up. Should have never happened. And you hear these cases all the time where, hey, guy goes in, gas station gets robbed, and okay, yeah, that yeah, that is ridiculous. The judge said they came to your house, so you have to take some responsibility. You didn't make a decision of where they were going to go. Yeah, some of these judges just don't get it. It's ridiculous. It really is. There's only one time where I have actually seen the justice system actually work the way it was supposed to. Um, this was back probably 2011, 2012. I was working part time at a restaurant. Brian was giving me, my husband was giving me a ride to work, and then he had to go to work. And then he was going to pick me up when he got off because, like I said, it was just a part time job. Um, but we're on the way to the restaurant, and we hear screaming. And I'm like, I think it's coming from that van over there. And we literally turned around and went to see what was going on. This guy was committing assault against his girlfriend. And we contacted the police. I called the police from my cell phone. And they ended up coming. He ended up not leaving. He was, Brian got out of the car to find out what was going on and talked them down till the cops got there. And then when they saw her, they could see she'd obviously been, hurt, injured. They did arrest him. And we had to go to court as witnesses. And we finally get that call so we can go. And we're there. And she actually showed, because she wanted him to, for the charges to stick against him. And he tried to use the fact he was a sovereign citizen. So the laws didn't apply to him. And he showed up with his new girlfriend. I was like, you have to be kidding me. The prosecutor was like, look, it's not going to work. He thinks he's going to get out of this. It's not happening. He was like, victim showed up. Y'all showed up. We're waiting on them to pick a trial right now, pick a jury for the trial. So we're going to call you back. Um, and then once the jury is picked, we'll go, you'll have to come up and testify. And we were like, okay, they got our numbers, and we went home and we waited because we couldn't work for like 3 days while they were doing all this because we'd been subpoenaed. And so they were getting ready and they were calling the jury, and they um, convened court for the day, and or until after lunch. Yeah, those sovereign citizen people are a little on the nutty side. And we afternoon, we hadn't heard anything, so we called and they were like, well, we had to put a warrant out for him because he didn't show back up after lunch. Um, like I said, they had adjourned till after lunch, and everyone was supposed to show back up, and he didn't show back up. And they had the jury picked, so they couldn't start the trial. And it was like 3 months later they actually picked him up, but they ended up holding the trial in absentia because he ran, and he got 5 years in prison. About what they held it in absentia. They went ahead and held the trial because he wasn't there. They couldn't find him. So yeah, they went ahead and had his attorney there, had her attorney there, well, the prosecutor and the attorney, and they went through the trial. And oh yeah, the sovereign citizen. Yeah, they think that because they're sovereign citizens, they are not subject to the laws. They don't have to pay taxes. Um, that yeah, that and a lot of um, foreigners who come to live in the country, I believe, kind of think that way. I'm not sure of that exactly, so don't quote me there. I know the man that was trying to say that he was a sovereign citizen in this case was now a U.S. citizen and had come from a foreign country. So he was trying to say, well, the U.S. laws don't apply to me. Well, you're a citizen now. They do apply to you. You live here. You have to pay taxes, and that's just, it is what it is. I wonder if we can look up what that actually means. Okay. Okay, so the definition of a sovereign citizen is the member of a political movement of people who oppose taxation, question the legitimacy of government, and believe they are not subject to the law. Well, unfortunately, they are. they are. They are very subject to the law, and yeah, yeah. I don't know where this guy got the whole idea. Well, hey, I'm a sovereign citizen. You can't arrest me. You can't put me in your prison. Well, yeah, they could, and they did, and he got 5 years. So, ha. Um, we ended up not even having to go testify. They actually did like uh, they came and like we talked to the attorneys for the prosecutor and the attorney for him. Um, and yeah, But yeah, that was fun. Um, I was glad she got some justice out of it, and that he ended up going to prison because she was hurt. She was hurt bad, and I'm just glad that she didn't get back together with him. Oh, I am starting to cough. My throat is starting to get dry, guys. So I'm gonna call this tonight. Call this a night tonight. Oh my goodness. Yes, I had to do a witness statement. That's what it was, and they used that because, like I said, they couldn't find the guy, and they had to figure out how they were even gonna proceed with not being able to find him at that point. They didn't even know if he'd left the country. It was just a big cluster budge of everything. So, but okay, everyone, I'm gonna wrap this up tonight. It's almost 11. I promise next week I'll hold a little longer stream. I'll get some more stuff together. Maybe we'll get some more Walmart updates, and we can, find out what's going on. Um, well, thank you, Miss Cassandra, for coming, and Juju and Grace Case and everyone else. I appreciate it so much that you came and you hung out with me and you listened to me ramble and just talk. Feels weird talking to yourself. Well, I know I'm not really talking to myself. I'm talking with y'all, but it's just weird that I'm the only one in the room talking. So I don't know. I ramble too much, but okay. Well, everyone, good night. I will see you next week, and y'all take care of yourselves. Stay safe, and good night, everyone.